Hey, this is J Bat, and today I'm doing a review for Batman. And the title was called. It was actually a comic strip, so this was actually out of the newspaper. It was like a Penguin story. It was called 1001 Umbrellas of the Penguin, and it was released in 1946. And it is a tale about the Penguin having a family member who was his aunt come and visit him, and she doesn't know that he's like a criminal and stuff like that. It was kind of a funny and unique story. I thought it was kind of good. But the tale opens with like a Batman and Robin stopping the Penguin after who was after a postcard that is addressed to Oswald Cobblepot. So I believe this was also the tale that introduced Oswald Cobblepot's name, and that's when you knew that his name was Oswald Cobblepot. Because that is actually the Penguin's name, Oswald Chesterfield Cobblepot. So it turns out that Oswald Cobblepot is the Penguin, and Batman finally realizes that was his real name, Oswald. And the postcard that the Penguin was after is sent from his Aunt Miranda, who is coming to visit him after 10 years. So the Penguin convinces the heroes, Batman and Robin, to not lock him up in jail, for trying to get to the postcard, just so he can see his aunt, who he hasn't seen in like a decade. But I thought the tale was like funny, it was pretty cool. The artwork for it was pretty cool, and it was actually out a newspaper strip, like the comic strip. This wasn't actual like single solo like comic issue. It was actually out the news strip, like it was in syndication at the time, back in 1946. But I do believe that the Oswald Cobblepot name was actually revealed, and if I'm not mistaken, I didn't really check into it. I believe it's probably was when his name was introduced, because obviously Batman didn't know that was his actual name. They were still calling him the Penguin, because the Penguin name is Oswald Cobblepot, and his middle name is Chesterfield. But I thought this was a fun story, and it was nice getting a good look at these like early tales, from like the beginnings of the Batman, in comic books. I thought Robin was fun as well too, in the issue. I mean, in the strip. And it was cool seeing. It was just cool seeing Batman. Even the Aunt Miranda, I thought she was kind of funny and unique, and she kind of resembles the Penguin to a certain extent, because she even has like an umbrella, and stuff like that. She's kind of like like heavy, like on the heavy side too, so she kind of resembles him. You would actually think it's his mother, but she's his aunt Miranda. But yeah, this tale was actually out it was in syndication, so it was actually debuted in a news strip, a comic news strip, back in 1946. Okay, this is J Bat, and this is my review for Batman 1001 Umbrellas of the Penguin.